In the year 1776, when the cold morning fog still covered the wooden streets of colonial Philadelphia, the city stood at the edge of a revolution that would soon shake the world. People moved about in silence, merchants opening their stalls, soldiers marching past, mothers carrying baskets, yet beneath this calm surface, a storm of freedom was building. In a small, dimly lit courier station near the edge of town, a young writer named Samuel Carter sorted letters beside flickering candles, unaware that fate was preparing him for a role far greater than any soldier or politician. As he traced his fingers across parchment maps and sealed envelopes, a hooded figure entered quietly and handed him a heavy sealed letter marked with a deep red wax stamp. The message was urgent, and the faint signature on the back, T. Jefferson, made Samuel's heart race. He understood instantly, this was no ordinary letter. It could contain the missing words, the final lines, the crucial thought that the Continental Congress needed before sunrise to decide the future of 13 struggling colonies. Without wasting a second, Samuel packed the letter into his worn leather satchel, mounted his horse, and rode into the cold night as lanterns flickered along the narrow alleys. But danger waited in the shadows. British loyalists, men loyal to the crown, had been watching, and they knew the importance of intercepting messages meant for the Congress. Their silhouettes emerged from alleyways, their pistols flashing. Gunshots ripped through the silence, echoing against old wooden houses, startling the horses tied outside taverns. Samuel pressed his body low against his horse's neck, guiding the animal through the maze-like streets, jumping over barrels, sliding past wagons, and racing across the slippery wooden bridge that stretched over the dark, slow-moving river. A bullet grazed his arm, sending a sharp pain through his body, but he gritted his teeth and refused to slow down. Rain began to fall, mud splashed beneath the horse's hooves, and lightning cracked across the stormy sky. Samuel whispered desperately, "America needs this," clutching the letter as though holding the very heartbeat of a future nation. When he reached the outskirts of the city again near dawn, the sky glowed with a faint golden line. Loyalists were still behind him, trying everything to stop him, blocking roads, firing their pistols, chasing through farms and broken fences. Samuel, exhausted and bleeding, guided his horse through a final narrow path, pushing forward with every last ounce of strength he had left. As the bells of Philadelphia began to ring, signaling the coming sunrise, the towering structure of Independence Hall appeared ahead like a beacon of hope. Samuel felt his vision blur, his strength fading, but he forced his body to stay upright. Approaching the hall, he leapt off his horse, stumbled onto the stone steps, and ran, half falling, half crawling, toward the wooden doors. Inside, the Continental Congress was already gathering, their discussions filled with tension and uncertainty. The moment Samuel burst in, the hall fell silent. Papers froze in midair. Quills stopped scratching. Thomas Jefferson turned, eyes widening at the sight of the wounded courier. Samuel placed the envelope on the table with trembling hands, whispering, "For independence, before sunrise." Jefferson immediately broke the wax seal, unfolded the parchment, and the room filled with a soft glow as the morning sun entered through tall windows. The words written inside carried a power that could shape